What up, everybody? Thank you for watching Speakeasy Sports. I'm your boy Eazy. I'm joined today with Anthony from Pistons Talk. What up, though, man?
Nothing, man. Ready to talk some basketball with you for today.
Me too, man. I know if you guys obviously watch from Detroit, then I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm sure you've seen Pistons Talk before. His channel's popping. Very informative Pistons channel if you guys are Pistons fans. But today I just wanted to get with them, and because we're part of a new team called DSA. Not a new team, but I am new to the team. DSA, and we talk Pistons every week on Saturdays. The broadcast is tonight too, live. But I want to talk just NBA because I'm also obviously if I like basketball, I'm a fan of like all NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's it's like there's so much shit going on right now too between COVID and like what's your take on the James Harden stuff?
Honestly, like it feels like Anthony Davis 2.0. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be with the team, but James Harden's taking it to a whole new level. I mean, like going to strip clubs with Little Baby, and then taking pictures with Big Mill, and then he's got like a bodyguard now. I don't know if you saw that video.
I put it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I was like, man, he's got bodyguards now. I was just like, man, someone was just like, they made a meme that said "titty over titles."
Yeah, I saw that.
It's just entertaining, man. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen with him in Houston, but I mean, I'm just grabbing the popcorn and watching.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in him a little bit though, and not that I ever was like a big James Harden fan, but I'm disappointed in the fact that like it is like AD wanted out, but like James like went to the Western Conference Finals and like had some success. Like he took the Golden State Warriors to Game 7s. Like I don't know, man. Like have some. I don't know. I mean, I don't say have some faith. Is this a general discussion live stream? Yeah, man. What's up, Nicole Dave? Ooh, how about you want to say that one, Anthony? Nicole Dave Gola?
I know he's one of my subscribers. I think he's all the way from India, if I do remember, if memory serves correct. So shout out to you. I'm not going to butcher your name, but because I don't want it to be disrespectful, but shout out to you for, showing up to this live stream.
Yeah, we're kind of talking about just everything's going on in basketball right now. I had a show originally planned to bring other guests from like kind of like around the country from like other states because we're fans of the Pistons, obviously, but always like getting the outsider perspective because I know sometimes you may fall in like a little bit of the Kool-Aid here at home, you know what I'm saying? So, I like to stay a little bit, I guess, in tune with the outside perspective because like someone made a good point too. I posted the video of, I think we were talking about Killian Hayes starting over Derrick Rose and my cousin's video, and he said that, Derrick Rose can be the sixth man of the year. And then I'm like, yeah, dude. You really can. Go ahead and say something. I apologize for interrupting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if he's coming off your bench, then, that he's going to be in the conversation with sixth man of the year. Lakers basically signed both of the six men that are going to turn into starters. So I think it's wide open right now for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, and then wasn't still about like the perspective. Have people like Nancy on. Someone commented is like you have to have a winning team to have a sixth man of the year. I was like, good point. I was like, that's pretty solid.
I mean, if he's like giving you like 25, I think they'll just give it to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like if he's putting up like 20 points a game and the Pistons have like, I don't know, let's say 20 or so wins, they'll probably give it to him.
Yeah, and I'm not putting playoffs out of the realm of possibility for us either. I don't mean to turn this into a Pistons show, but like it is a whole new roster. Like I'm saying, like, we don't know what the fuck they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like they can be good. I mean, look at the Memphis last year,
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Memphis. I think there's a lot of similarities to Detroit and Memphis. Obviously, we won't want to talk about all basketball. I'm sure you want to talk about Kyrie Irving as well. I see him in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I could totally see them being like a Memphis type team.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, that's one thing I got to pay attention to comments. Sometimes they come in and miss them. Pistons can win awards this year, possibly. I think Nico was on that video. He commented on it, yes. Sixth of the year, rookie of the year, and most improved player. Who would be most improved player? Jeremy Grant? I'm assuming.
I think he's a part of Above the Rim. I know he comments a lot on my videos, so shout out to him for actually showing up to this.
Bro, that's dope. Have you been on live with him before? Should I send him an invite or a link?
I never have. I want to say he's one of Drew's followers.
Okay. So. Well, shit. I mean, I always let people tap in either way. So if he wants to tap in for like a little bit, I'm down for that.
I mean, for sure, if he wants to.
Yeah. So like, I did want to say this though. and again, I don't want to turn into a Pistons show, but our general manager Troy Weaver does have OKC connects. He was there when James Harden was there for like a little bit. We do have a big contract in Blake Griffin. Do you think that's out of the realm of possibilities?
Yes.
Yeah.
Troy? I think he goes to Philly or Brooklyn, honestly. I think those are the two teams that he would make the most sense with. Not to say that like it's like not possible. Like obviously you could, fire up the trade machine and, trade, Blake Griffin and like half your team for James Harden. But hey, who's to say it's not possible?
Yeah. I think it'd be like, it had to be for sure Blake because of contract, right? But then a bunch of draft picks. But the other thing too, this one I'm disappointed in him too. He's hurting the franchise, obviously, by being disrespectful, going to strip clubs and stuff like that. But also, I think he's like devaluing himself a little bit too by being that way. Like you think so at all, or you think he's still getting like full value in a trade for James Harden?
Oh, I think if they trade him, they'll still get full value. But you have to look at all the players he's played with. I mean, I think you could have a conversation that James Harden is actually a toxic player to play with. I mean, Dwight Howard left. Chris Paul left. Oh, Chris Paul wanted to get traded. Good. He's
what up, Rogey? No, were you saying it? What you saying, Anthony? I apologize.
Oh, just like all the players that he's played with, and a lot of them have left. So maybe it's not. It's James Harden, not them.
But aren't some of those guys toxic too? Like, haven't we heard? Obviously there was a Blake and Chris Paul breakup, or then Dwight's been Dwight. Like he literally was like put on a non-guaranteed contract last year, and he's a former like defensive player of the year.
If John Wall leaves, then that's just the nail in the coffin. I mean, how many star players are you going to give the guy, and then they all leave?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he for sure may leave this time too, because like he's playing some bullshit, bro. Like the other thing too is like he's not wearing a mask. He's doing all this shit too. It's like you're coming back to the team, and you might bring COVID. Like I'm saying, like. You tripping, bro. What up, Rogey? Sorry for just throwing you in there, man.
What's up?
What's your take on the James Harden drama?
No, it's all good. Well, I mean, I agree with what he said. You never know if James Harden is kind of the toxic one. I mean, you look at just like how he plays and his usage rate and stuff. He wants to be the number one star on any team. So if you got another guy who wants to be another one star, you might have controversy. So you always got to have a team kind of you're bringing James Harden on team, but everything's kind of speculation right now, so we don't know where he could go or even if he's going to get traded or anything like that. But I think if there was one trade that like we would all want to see, I would want to see him on the Nets probably.
That'd be fun.
And there's a couple other teams. I mean, I made a list of, I think it was like 7 teams that I could see him going on because he said he wanted to be on a contender. So I made a list of Miami, 76ers, Nuggets, Bucks, Clippers, Nets, and Golden State to be all potential teams that could end up getting them. And
could Golden State afford
on this list? Golden State was kind of like my. It's not really a contender. They used to be a contender. They're not really a contender anymore.
Well, for me, it's not like so much the contender, and it's the it's like the cap space because they got Clay on a big contract. They got wow, you can do that in the NBA. Well, I guess that's if they want to pay it though, right?
I think they're over the luxury tax already. So because they got Draymond on a big contract,
Clay on a big contract, Steph on the highest contract.
That's what I was going to say. They would have to get rid of. Yeah,
he's breaking up like crazy.
They would have to get rid of expiring contracts, and they would have to trade probably their first-round draft pick from this year, plus like Andrew Wiggins, and it would just be a whole mess. But that was just like one of my hot takes I had on there. Maybe the Golden State to see James Harden and Steph Curry pair up. You know what I'm saying? But
what teams?
The ones I could see, really happening are I could actually see him on the Nets or maybe like. This one's, I didn't see this one being too popular, and really it would be really controversial because the Bucks are a contending team. They need to get over that hump. They can't get to win a title. They need a player to get over that hump. But we all know the dynamic between Giannis Antetokounmpo and James Harden. So that would be like the hottest story of the year if something like that were to ever happen. And I've been reading all these articles, and it's all speculation. There's nothing locked in at all. But I've seen this on a couple of different sites. This speculation trade between three teams. It would be between the Rockets, the Nets, and the Pelicans. Yeah, wow. And in this trade, and this is all speculation. It could be a mixture of other guys, a mixture of other picks and stuff. But this is kind of like a rough layout of what it could be. And in this trade, the Rockets could get Spencer Dinwiddie, Jarrett Allen, Joe Harris.
Real quick here, what website is? Send me the link. Send me the link. I'll pull it up and we can put it on the screen. If you
say that again.
Or can you hit like can you send me the link at all on the tab over?
Yeah. Let me. Let me just do. I just took notes. Like right now, I'm reading off all my notes I got right here.
I got you.
I took these. These are all collective notes that I was just reading all around the internet, trying to get everything I could off all these fan sites and stuff like that. So these are all just kind of my notes. That's why this is all just speculation. Don't take this as truth. This is all just what I've been collecting.
No, you're good. I just wanted to put it on the screen. Anthony, where do you see him going? Like, what are you thinking?
I think if you're talking about like draft pick standpoints, obviously it's OKC and the Pelicans. They have like the most draft picks. I don't even know how many OKC has. Like, I want to say they have like up to 20 or 30 draft picks over the next.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Like, honestly, and I think I did read the article you were talking about. I think it was a fan-sided article where they were saying it was a 3-team trade between the Rockets, the Pelicans, and the Nets. And the Rockets basically got like Dinwiddie, I want to say LeVert and Allen. And, the Nets got James Harden, and the Pelicans has got some, couple of draft picks and some garbage. Like, nothing like too crazy.
Yeah, I know they were kind of draft heavy last year, I think, with the picks, and they had some luxury. It's crazy how that team fell into place after losing a star like Anthony Davis. Hey, Rogey, someone commented they wanted to know. They said, who does New Orleans get? Oh, Brian must be tuning in. We're talking about James Harden.
In this. I had New Orleans getting Karis LeVert in a pick, so all they're giving up is
for James Harden.
In this, they would just get Karis LeVert, and they're giving up a pick. So they're giving up the pick they would have got from the Bucks, and in return, they're getting a young prospect like Karis LeVert. So,
some of the Nets.
No, the Pelicans would get Karis LeVert in this, Yeah, this is the three-way trade I had between the Rockets, the Nets, and the Pelicans.
I got you. Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it would be the Rockets getting. Yeah, so the Rockets would get Spencer Dinwiddie, Jarrett Allen, Joe Harris, and the Pelicans picks that they got from the Bucks. The Nets would get James Harden. The Pelicans would get Karis LeVert. And in the only reason I had this is because the Rockets aren't just going to get rid of James Harden and get nothing in return. The reason I thought this was plausible is because the Rockets are getting a lot back out of this. You're almost replacing everything that James Harden does with being able to bring Spencer Dinwiddie, Jarrett Allen, and Joe Harris. You got 3-point shooting, you got rebounding, and you got a great young guard for passing and stuff like that. And you get a pick from the Pelicans too. So from the Rockets' point of view, this is something you really got to try to go out and get for James Harden. Don't get rid of James Harden. You only get a player or two and maybe a pick. No, you can get a lot for James Harden. And so make sure you go out there and get it, And in this situation, imagine that situation where they traded James Harden for Spencer Dinwiddie, Jarrett Allen, Joe Harris, and a pick. Now you got Eric Gordon coming off the bench, DeMarcus Cousins coming off the bench, and you got these great young players that you just got from the Nets. So that you would actually probably be almost in a better situation without James Harden and with all these young players, because now you have just a way more solid team, so you might see like a OKC.
Who's the starter and who's the starting center for Houston right now?
That it's going to be either Christian Wood or
okay, that's right. I forgot they got him now.
Yeah,
probably Cousins.
Yeah, I was going to say probably Cousins. They'll probably put Wood at the 4. And now they got some rebounding. Yeah, they got a front court now.
Yeah, I tried doing your trade on Trade NBA and it failed miserably.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. See, these are trades that I found these trades like on Fansided. Fansided was one of the main sites I used to find these trades. So these, I said, these were all speculation.
What is that, Anthony? It's a website you can use to like see if trades work. Was it called?
Trade NBA. You can just
here. I got a couple other.
Hold on, Anthony. Hold on,
speculation trades for you. I want you to run for them.
All right, hold on. Yeah, let's see. I'll put it on the website. It's Trade NBA. It's TradeNBA.com.
Yep.
That's
way too much time on there.
That's so funny. Hey, Rogey's about to spend some time on this.
He's putting me on blast.
No, you're good, man. I like to put the shit on the screen so like the people can see too.
No,
someone's just tapping in and they don't know what the hell is going on. Right. You know? Oh,
yeah, no, I totally feel.
I don't know how to navigate this one.
No, I was up all night like making like little funny trades and like using all the speculation I'm finding online to try to like create like plausible trades and stuff like that. So let's put them in the machine and see how they go.
Let's see. We got some comments here. Let's get those going too. What's your thoughts on D Rose being not in the ESPN top 100? Well, that actually is a good topic, man. Maybe I am surprised. I don't know. What do you think, Anthony? Do you think D Rose should have been in that top 100? I know you've been paying attention to it.
I mean, bare minimum, he should have been like in maybe the 90s or the 80s.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like ESPN had Zion, I think, like in the top 20. So I was like, man, I don't even know.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, D Rose probably be like the bottom.
I think D Rose is a much more right. I mean, we need to get Birdman in here because they need to put some respect on this man's name. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, like D Rose is he's fought through injuries, but sometimes you got to look at how these players play when they're healthy. You know what I'm saying? And D Rose is an excellent point guard when he's healthy. There's no reason he shouldn't be in the top 100.
This is the trade that I kept seeing. Like when I'm not doing as much research. Yeah, and I'm not doing as much research.
Yeah, I have a lot about this one too.
Yeah, because this is the one I keep seeing, and I think it makes the most sense. But I don't, I haven't been doing as much digging as you. The fact that it keeps popping up, though, I don't know if it's because of big market teams or like bigger names, maybe, or if this is the one that's like closest to happening. When we heard the Nets too, but this is not what I wanted to go to, though. I wanted to go to this top 100. What were you gonna say?
You're that's a yin yang trade. You're trading for a huge guard that can dunk over anybody for, a guard that can shoot over anybody, so it's more of like a team specific, player specific trade where 76ers are getting somebody that I think could fit their scheme a lot more better, because when you have a Ben Simmons, he's so scheme specific. You have to have a team and all the right players around him to be successful, whereas James Harden pop up off the dribble anywhere, you know what I'm saying? I think James Harden could be a great fit over there with those guys.
What are you saying, Anthony?
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys buy into it, but Doc Rivers says that Ben Simmons can hit threes like it's effortless now. So I don't know how much I buy. Yeah, I don't know how much I buy into that. I'll have to wait and see.
I think in game's a totally different thing than in practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, did you find that website? No.
Yeah, I did find that website. Let me see.
Here,
so I popped up the top 100 because that comment came up.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're good. Let me pull it back up real quick here. Which one did you guys want to put in?
Let's see here. I got a couple funny, not even funny, just the speculation that's just been going around is just so wild. So I have so many different like wild trade scenarios. But here, let's go with another three-teamer. This one's pretty cool. This one's between the Rockets, the Clippers, and the Kings. So this one would be cool. So we got the Rockets getting Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley, and picks from the Kings. The Clippers get James Harden, Eric Gordon, and the Kings get Paul George, Pat Bev, and Lou Will.
That's fucking insane. These are crazy ones, man. You guys got?
I know.
These gotta be from fan sided.
Yeah. Let's not use these.
These
ones,
are
man.
all.
Yeah, fuck those ones. These are just Kool-Aid drinkers. That's some crazy. I mean, maybe.
The only reason this one's interesting is because you look at those Paul George comments, right? As to how his coaches were using him. He was like feeling like a spot up 3-point shooter, you know. Imagine if James Harden had been in that system. Do you think they would have got over that hump? Do you think they would have lost that 3-1 lead? You know what I'm saying? So
it's a new system now too, though. Because remember, Doc Rivers is gone. Doc Rivers is actually in Philly, which is another. I understand that, but
Tyronn Lue was right there on the bench next to him too. So I don't know how much of a new system they're really incorporating, or if they're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's all.
Oh, just Tyronn Lue was the system for them last year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Dude, here's my thing with NBA coaches. Now, I brought this up to JMO, and JMO was like grilling me for it a little bit. How much credit do we give these NBA coaches when it comes to like, in terms of like winning? I know there's guys like Popovich, you know, and who was a longtime coach of the Jazz, but like usually, and if I feel at least in the NBA, it's like it's really heavily talent driven. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a Miami Heat or the Golden State Warriors, like you're gonna go. Like we've seen Tyronn Lue with LeBron James and them go to the finals, win a ring. We saw him without LeBron. He was atrocious. He'd even make the playoffs in the East. What's your guys' take on like that?
I think it's all situational. I mean, I think a great coach is going to be able to. I can't even say a great coach because you have so many different styles of great coaches. Because you have great developmental coaches, and then you have great like playoff coaches who can win titles if they get to the playoffs. And I think in my opinion, a great coach is someone who can win with less. Like you look at someone like Eric Spoelstra in Miami getting to where he did with what he had, you know what I'm saying? And using his draft picks and developing them like Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, starting him his first year and getting that far with these guys. That to me is the definition of a good coach, taking what you have and building on it, you know?
So maximizing like what you're given.
Yeah, using what you have and maximizing it. Because like a lot of coaches just, sometimes come in there and they just rip apart a team and they think they try to get this and that, and you never build that continuity. If you can just come in there and say, this is what we got to make these guys better, might be able to get a couple more prospects here and there, but I'm going to use this core and make them better. I think that really defines a great coach.
How do you feel about that, Anthony? Like, do you think coaches in the NBA are a little bit overrated?
Well, it's such a player-driven league, and players pretty much, dictate what they want to do and what they don't want to do. Like the Paul George quote where Doc Rivers was using him more as a shooting guard, like a JJ Redick type, instead of playing him to his, natural position and a small forward. I think different coaches have different schemes and different ways they want, to run their offense. I think if you look at a coach like Brad Stevens, when he first came in, before they had Tatum, before they had Brown, he was getting into the playoffs. He was developing the talent there. I think there's, like you said, Greg Popovich. I think Jerry Salone is who you were talking about in Utah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
One of the most winningest coaches in the NBA. One of the I'd probably put him in my top 5 of coaches of all time. But I think it just depends on just what the coach wants to do and how we execute it with the type of players that he has. If he doesn't have the right players for his system, it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's what I felt like about against Doc, because like Doc made it with the Clippers that one year when like after they traded Blake and we're like they have no one, they somehow made it to the 8th seed and they played the Warriors pretty tough too, if you guys remember. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that to me was a good coach. But then you have Ty Lue, who like his only time winning was with LeBron James, and when he was without LeBron James, wasn't really impressive. So I was like, how's that an upgrade?
Well, they have a huge assistant coaching tree that. Like Chauncey Billups, for example, probably going to help him a lot. I think they still have Sam Cassell as well. I don't know if you guys remember him when he used to play.
Yeah, I remember Sam Cassell.
Really good player. I think he's going to have a lot of help from his assistant coaches to make sure that he doesn't look like a complete failure on the court. I think a lot of those guys are going to relate with a lot of the assistant coaches, and you see that a lot around the NBA with a lot of these assistant coaches. They don't really get the, proper love that other coaches get because, they're on the bench. Like, Nick Nurse when Dwayne Casey was there, like Nick Nurse completely took over that roster. They won a championship. Kawhi leaves and they're still, what were they, like a 3 seed, a 2 seed? I don't even remember.
I think they're a 2 seed.
Yeah. I mean, he's a
blew my mind.
He's a really great coach. He knows his X's and O's. They call him a freaking madman with all the plays he does. Like, honestly, it just depends on like if a coach can adapt to the players are getting in and out every year. And I think he's another one that has adapted to what players he has. He's got a whole new roster again this year, so who knows where they'll be at.
Shout to Brian Soch in the comments. He said Rick Carlisle. That's another one too.
Yeah.
Well, let me do it for a minute. I just want one more comment. Rogey go again too. One more comment I want to make about my man in Toronto. Is that remember against the Warriors in the finals? I never seen it before. He did that 2-in-box defense, whatever it was called. It was like some crazy strategy where he was like just rushing a second defender to whoever had the ball, but it was working. It was like frustrating the Warriors, and like it was some shit I've never heard before, never seen like. In my, I guess, watching NBA, I don't know if you guys, do you know what I'm talking about or no?
I don't know what the defense was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember, like, Nick Nurse, like, he's so young and creative, it's kind of hard to get a lock on him when you're, like, in a playoff, because a lot of these playoff coaches are, older. They got their coaching tree. You can kind of look back and you can say, okay, this is how this guy coaches. This is how this guy coaches. Well, Nick Nurse is kind of like a new upcoming, really experimental, creative coach. So it's kind of hard to lock in on how he coaches, as compared to like someone like Popovich or some of these older coaches. You can kind of like look back at all his old, former ways and stuff like that. And a lot of these new guys, they're when they're an assistant coach, all they're doing is looking for creative ways to bring energy and bring juice to the team and stuff like that. So they're guys to really look out for once they actually get their chance,
Yeah. Yeah. Popovich is one who's been doing it for years too. But you also look and like a topic, I guess, too. And I'm sorry we're all over the place. We're kind of just chatting, talking NBA for the people who are just joining. But Tim Duncan, I feel like he's like really underrated when it comes to like that GOAT conversation. You look at his numbers, like 5 rings, defensive player of the year. I think he has an MVP in there too. But it's like, is Greg one of those great coaches, or did he have Tim Duncan? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think Tim Duncan would have dominated.
Greg is a great coach because he always gives his credit to Tim Duncan. I think I think it was a great duo. I think they wouldn't existed without each other. You know what I mean? Like they really helped bring each
Tom
other
Brady,
to that
Bill
level.
Nah, I think Bill Belichick's better than Tom Brady, but that's a whole nother show, whole nother conversation. What were you gonna say, Anthony?
I think Tim Duncan, like, you have to remember they had David Robinson on that team. You guys probably remember who that is.
Yeah.
I think Tim Duncan just fell into the right situation for him. And no disrespect to Pop, but I think Tim Duncan could have dominated wherever he got drafted to, honestly. Like, if another team drafted him, I'm sure he would have won at least 1 championship or 2 championships. But, being in that San Antonio system with, like, Ginobili and Parker and all the other players over there, I think, he still would have had a great career if he wasn't in San Antonio.
Here's a fun one for you guys, because they both had great players, right? Who's a better coach, Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson?
I'll go Greg.
Greg?
I would have to agree on Greg, too. I was leaning towards Greg.
That's what I say, too, because like
I think Greg Popovich could have done the same if he was with the Lakers. We would have been looking at him as kind of like a Phil Jackson type coach. You know what I mean? Like, I think I think he's at that level of coaching where he could be on any championship caliber team like that, and he could coach.
1,000%. He had freaking Michael Jordan, and then he had Kobe Bryant and freaking Shaq. Like, Shaq arguably could be in the GOAT conversation too.
Right.
Speaking of GOAT conversations, did you guys? I posted a video today. I posted like right before we went live. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you see who Darius Slay had as his NBA GOAT when he had him on the show?
I remember I remember listening to that conversation. Didn't he say it was Aaron Rodgers?
No, I'm talking about the GOAT of NBA.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that.
Yeah. It's originally Kobe, but he said Kevin Durant was like next after that. I was like, what? I was really taken back by that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But I can see the Kobe thing all day. I mean, they're both from Philly.
Do you rank KD at all in your GOAT conversations? Like when it comes up, like is KD ever a name that's in the back of your mind?
Not yet.
Yeah, me for
Yeah,
me either.
not
How
for
about
me.
you? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So we said that I was so taken
I don't
back. I
know.
was like, what?
I think when it comes to one of the most, like when the conversation comes up, like if you had a guy who's going to take that last shot for you, who's going to win you that game, who's going to be that best shooter, who's going to, I think KD's always in that conversation.
Yeah,
I think he's one of the most, he's just one of the best shooters of all time. He's just one of the best scorers of all time, not even shooters, just scorers of all time. So if it comes down to a last bucket, who's going to get it? All GOAT conversation aside, I'm giving the ball right to KD.
ooh, that's a good point. That's a spicy topic there. I feel like, because like when he said KD, I was like taken back, but it truly is. He is one of like the best scorers of the league, hands down. Like he is a fucking like 7-foot guard, shooting guard almost, right? Like we're gonna say Anthony,
right?
I think if you're just like talking about like pure scores, obviously you would talk Kevin Durant, you would talk Carmelo Anthony. Like if you're just saying like just go get me a bucket, like those two come to mind when it comes to like pure scores.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Stevo in the comment section. He says Popovich has done it with less talent, but Jackson won 11 NBA championships. That's insane. Is it 11 now? I thought 10. 5 with 6 with Jordan. Yeah, it's 11. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. All right. I pulled up the trade machine. I'm sorry I didn't put anything in it. Fans sided to the side. I'm gonna look up some let's look up how about we do what's his name? Ben
These
Simmons
can't all
for
be
James
from
Harden?
fan sided.
Are you checking? Yeah. Wait, because fan side's from
Yeah.
like the fans, right?
Yeah,
there's
that was just one of the sites I was using. I wasn't strictly on fan sided or nothing like that.
You're good. Yeah.
I was
So how does
all
it
over
work,
the internet.
Anthony? Do I just click like who goes where?
Yeah.
Does it tell me if it works or not?
Yeah, so click on the player and it was like traded to the Rockets, and then you're just doing like a trade swap. Yeah, you can also trade picks too, which is cool. You see where it says picks right there, right next to the roster.
14.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You can do picks. You can do trade exceptions. You can even trade coaches and players.
Damn, that's happened before, right? Didn't Doc get traded?
Doc Rivers got traded. Yeah, Doc
Rivers got traded. That was some crazy shit, man.
I feel like you have to be a pretty good coach to get traded.
Yeah, Doc's for sure a good coach. But again, same thing to the talent thing. He had the first big three of like at least our generation, right? Like with KG and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce.
Yeah. I mean, you can go back and say the Lakers had a big three in the 80s, but we weren't alive.
Yeah. Yeah, so say like our era. So what are the 76ers giving up for James Harden? What should I put in, Anthony? You're the website master of this one.
I would probably give at least 2 or 3 first rounders if I'm Philly. If I really want them, because Brooklyn probably gonna, give them good rotational pieces. I think draft picks would be what they want. They probably want at least 3 or 4. Didn't Jason Kidd get traded? I don't know, Brian. They
something. Didn't Jason Kidd get traded too? From the Nets, the Bucks? No, he got fired from the Nets. I don't think he got traded.
I thought he meant as a player. I know the Mavericks had him for a minute.
Oh yeah, Jason Kidd been around the league. He for sure has been traded. I couldn't tell you what exactly, but he's definitely been traded, man. I agree with you with the picks. That's one of the reasons I said early on that the Rockets won the Westbrook trade because they got the pick out of it. And there's another trade asset for if it doesn't work or just in general. And that's one of the things they gave up to get Westbrook. So,
man, they have so many of our picks protected.
Yeah, it's so good pick work too. So just click it and automatically adds to the trade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. But for sure, the draft pick's gonna work. Let me see if the cap space works. Yeah, let's throw that in there.
Yeah, you just do a straight swap, see if it works.
Yeah.
Failed.
Wow. Okay, so we'll see why. The 76ers are unable to complete this trade since they are a tax-paying team. They are only able to take back 125% of the salary they're sending out, plus $100,000. 76ers can only take back $38.2 million in salary. So James Harden makes $3 million more, so we would have to add one. Okay, let's go adjust it.
At Daniel House.
Yeah, so who's worth $3 million on the 76ers here? There you go. Terence Ferguson. Is he a valuable asset?
That's a Troy Weaver pick, actually, if you guys don't know.
Oh, really? Oh, in OKC?
Yeah, he drafted him in OKC.
Yeah, did he play for them last year?
I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't watch a whole lot of OKC games, but I remember being really high on him during the 2018 draft. And
shit.
Boy, was
they
I
got
wrong.
Dwight Howard. I forgot.
Yeah.
They got Tyrese, man. Okay, we definitely got rid of him. That's like their rookie, right? So Tony Bradley, he was briefly a Piston. Well, I mean, we just know anyone with $3 million is going to work, but I don't know if we know anybody with $3 million is going to work in this trade, but we don't know who's worth it. Maybe they do give up Maxey, another young prospect, in exchange for James Harden.
They'd probably get rid of Justin Anderson.
Yeah, for sure. That's just a couple of him with someone else too. I think this is like fair. I'm just putting it up, but like you get a young prospect in Maxey. Obviously, Ben Simmons is like he can be a winning piece, right? He's like a LeBron. He's a LeBron James who can't. Yeah, I gotta. Oh no, what?
You gotta wait 30 days before trading a rookie.
Damn, this site is legit.
Yeah, you'll spend so much time on this trying to get trades to go through, and when you do, you got to post Twitter, and people think you're absolutely crazy.
You end up as a fan site article, and then Aaron brings you to the show. I'm just kidding.
From the
net.
I'm not
Shout
sure
out
about
to Nate Ghost. What'd you say, Anthony?
He was talking about Jason Kidd. I'm not sure if he got traded. I think he just got fired, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got fired. I mean, I could look it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, boys, I'll be right back. I'm just going to stop my camera for a second.
You good, man? Here, I got you. I'm muted too, just in case. I'm muted when the cam comes back on. That's a fun website, bro. The only reason why I close, bro, I feel like I'll be on it like literally the whole fucking show, and then I feel like not to offend anyone, I feel a bit like a retard. Like it takes so long to do it too. I'm like new to the website.
Yeah, I mean,
but we can still fuck around in it.
There's just so many variables. Like you can't trade rookie contracts for 30 days. Can't trade people that signed contracts. I think until like January or something like that.
Yeah. These are things that I've learned through 2K. Play 2K franchise mode.
Yeah. I mean,
shout out to 2K, man. I didn't buy 2K21. Did you?
I did.
You did. Did you buy it before the draft or no?
I bought it after the draft.
Okay, I was gonna say that's the reason why I didn't buy it, because like there's no fucking new players. Like, why am I gonna? I can just make these rosters right now,
Like next gen is crazy. Like if there's a trade, they'll update the roster like that. But like I have it on my computer, and it takes them like 2 weeks to update the roster. Like they still haven't added Isaiah Stewart to the Pistons yet.
Really? Wait, you have 2K on your computer?
Yeah.
What? They have 2K for PC?
Yeah.
Is it like you can be better? That you can aim better and shit? Like, how does it work?
I bought it through Steam, so that's like a gaming platform where you can like buy games through. Like, you can play Call of Duty on your computer as long as you got a controller, which most Microsoft computers.
Oh, okay. So you still use a controller?
Yeah, I got a controller, Microsoft controller.
So we were talking James Harden trade. Philly's a big name. Obviously, we know from looking at pretty much what they needed. Obviously, what entices Houston, and then $3 million more dollars. I mean, I'm assuming Ben Simmons is a piece of that team that they break off, right? Or maybe they get rid of Tobias Harris. I don't know.
His contract. Damn,
there's a lot that can happen there.
His contract is just as huge as James Harden's. It's up there.
It is. It would work. Looking at, so I'll put it back on the screen if you want to see. His cap space is $34 million. His cap hit. Wow. And then James Harden was what? Oh no, it's not. They would still need more because James Harden's 41.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait personally. I think it'll be like a midseason trade if anything does happen. If it is between Philly and them, but I don't know. I feel like Philly's gonna have to give up a lot.
That was such a weird signing for that. I know Troy Weaver likes bigs, but I'm not a fan of bigs. I feel like that was their issue last year. There's no like spacing on the floor.
I could understand why he signed so many bigs because we were like one of the worst rebounding teams, even with Andre Drummond. We were 25th, and Andre was still averaging 15 rebounds. Like, you take Andre out of that conversation, and we were like dead last in rebounding.
Yeah, I think it was like a little bit of a troll too, because like you look at our roster, we're not big heavy, we're forward heavy, you know.
So it's like team length. It's like the Bucks a couple of years ago. Everyone's like over 6'5". It's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of the Bucks, man, I feel so bad for Giannis. To be truthful with you, I don't know what the winning pieces for Giannis is. I feel like you have to build a team around him like you did LeBron with a bunch of shooters, because he's.
I think Drew Holiday is going to be a big upgrade over Eric Bledsoe. I think he's really going to complement. He's really going to help Giannis a lot. Still got Chris Middleton out there. They signed a couple fun pieces where I think they'll be competitive. They'll probably, potentially make the Eastern Conference playoffs. But just the way Miami handled Giannis was just insane. Like, he was so frustrated. Rolled his ankle, though. So, I mean.
But even before then, though. Game 1, you know what I'm saying? And they put him on notice right away. That would, to me too, was like, I mean, I'm not going to compare. I'm not, because people were like comparing the situation similar to LeBron's, because LeBron was in Cleveland and like, early exits or whatever. But I never seen Giannis got done dirty, bro, by those guys. And in his MVP year too, is kind of like, ugh, like, bro, this is your year to do it. Like, fuck.
Did he win Defensive Player of the Year too?
He did, and he went over somebody too. I felt like it was a robbery, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. So maybe he did deserve it.
I think it was Anthony Davis. I thought I would have given AD Defensive Player of the Year this year personally.
1,000%, bro. He was going block crazy down there in LA.
Nothing against Giannis, but I mean,
yeah. Do you think? Because when LA traded for AD, I was kind of like, because he had one more year left on his contract anyway. The Knicks to this too, I thought was stupid. It's like, this guy's about to be a free agent. Like, you could just pick him up in free agency. You don't have to give up half your roster. But do you think like the Lakers would have won the championship had it not been a shortened season? Because AD is one of those guys, you just can't seem to stay healthy.
I think they still would have won the championship just because they were one of the best defensive teams out there in the NBA. They literally had all the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. I mean, KCP, they had Avery Bradley out there. Like, the way the Lakers constructed their roster, they were just a team that was going to protect the paint. They were going to defend your best player, and LeBron was going to find the open shooters. I mean, just the way they constructed that roster, I would still give them the championship even if there was no COVID right now, obviously.
Well, I'm like, COVID aside, I think they for sure done well. Like, if the team were healthy, I just don't know that AD would have made it there healthy had it been a full season.
I don't know. Like, I feel like every year I take him in fantasy, he gets hurt, and the one year I don't take him in fantasy, he falls out. So I guess like that's on me.
It's only because of you.
It feels sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I got every time I watch a Lions game, I got the same socks on, and when I don't wear them, we lose. So I forget to wear them a lot.
Clearly, yeah. You're a forgetful motherfucker.
I know. I'm the reason.
I think 80. I'm sorry. I apologize for reading it. Shout out to Stevo too for tapping in with us. I think 80 couldn't stay healthy because New Orleans was always out of the playoff race. You think he's like faking his injuries? I think his body, bro, is just so like he's so damn active for how like. I don't think his body can move with like what he wants to do, if that makes sense. Like,
his mind's ahead of his body.
Yeah, and it's just rough on his body. He's so damn big. Like, one of the big things that like that's why he can shoot, right? Is he played the point guard and he's grew up 6'10", like over a year span. I think he's like trying moves that are more built for like a smaller frame, and his body just can't handle it. Maybe.
Yeah,
he's a 7 foot D Rose.
Jesus, man, that's scary as hell, man.
I was thinking back, like that guy's comment. I think the only time AD really had a shot to like make any kind of noise is when he had Rondo and DeMarcus Cousins in New Orleans. Yeah. That was a squad where I thought they could actually make some serious noise making the finals, but people got hurt during that series and they couldn't make it.
I think Rondo's a really underrated championship piece. Were you gonna say, Rogey?
I never felt like a real sense of urgency to build a championship or team around AD there. Like, Yeah, they got Rondo and Cousins, but I never felt that feeling of the Lakers had that the second they got AD, it was like, we got to get this, we got to get this, we got to get this piece to match. And it was all based around LeBron and AD. They never had that same feeling down there in New Orleans.
That is true. It's weird that teams are like that. Like teams can have stars like a Giannis or I mean, I guess Kawhi's got championships and he played with Popovich, like we spoke on earlier. But like to not have the sense of urgency that you see with like teams that get LeBron. Like when teams get LeBron, right away they're like, okay, we're cleaning house. We don't care. Like, oh, Lonzo, you're a second overall pick. Bye. You know what I'm saying? We're getting everything we can to win right now. Like, why isn't there a sense of urgency like in places like Milwaukee? That's just weird to me.
It's bigger and smaller markets. I think that has to.
Good point.
That's a big factor. Like if you're in LA, you're probably going to take a budget cut to go play with LeBron. When you're in a smaller market like New Orleans, you have to draft talent, you have to develop that talent, and hope they become a star. Anthony Davis was a star that they drafted and developed over the years. And once he got good, and once he signed with Rich Paul, that was it. If a player signs with Rich Paul, he's gone. That's just a fact.
At any point, LeBron can make the call, and he's joining squad. Now, that's a good point about the small market teams. Bro, and shout out to New Orleans real quick, too, by the way. That's like one of the best fucking cities I've ever been to. I have no clue why they're not a big market team. Like, yeah, what makes a big market team? You just have to fucking be New York or like a port by the water or something? Like, what the fuck?
It's just location, man. Like, New York, LA's. I don't even know if you would consider Miami a big market. I do, but some people don't consider it a big market just because of, like the history. Yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't Miami a big market? I'm saying that's a fucking awesome place too.
I mean, you're right. Warm weather. I mean, championship history. You got Pat Riley. Like,
yeah, dude.
I don't get it, but I mean, they're probably one of my favorite teams outside of the Pistons.
Dude, they are one of mine too, bro. I have no clue why. I think like when I was younger, I started liking Dwayne Wade. But now that I'm older, you ever see those conspiracy videos about D Wade and his first ring, about like the free throws?
No.
Oh man, I don't know if Tim Donahue refed it or not, but he had a record amount of free throws. And like when you go back, I don't know which YouTube page it is, but they did like a conspiracy video on it almost, and like there was some like sketchy shit. Like, because I don't know if you remember, the Mavs were up 3-1 in that series.
Was it the
or not 3-1? I'm sorry, 3-2.
Was it like the AI conspiracy where they just weren't giving them free throws, or they're giving them more free throws?
Giving them more free throws.
Oh, like all right, yeah, kind of like what the refs did against the Pistons with the Bucks when they gave the Bucks like 40 free throws and us 10. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's man. When I watch regular season ball, man, that shit fucking drives me crazy, man. Like when I see fucking like ticky tacky calls, like, oh, dude. Rogey, you're muted, and if you're talking, there you go. You're back.
Pistons talk is not wrong when he was talking about that playoff series against the Bucks. It was just like you blink, Giannis is at the line. I was like, what is going on here? Like, he literally can't even like breathe on somebody and he gets a foul. I was like, this is just absolutely horrendous. Like, that was the word. I turned it off, I'm pretty sure. I think it was like 15 Giannis fouls in. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. We lost.
Yeah, it's so weird because some shit, and I don't know if it's just like, I want to say that they're the professionals, right? Like they do that every day. They're the trained professionals. They know every fucking rule in the rule book. Like it's what they like literally fucking do every day, right? But like some of these fucking fouls in the NBA, bro, are like, what the fuck? Like what? There was nothing there. Like you literally like called nothing. It blows my mind. It's so sketchy sometimes, man.
Yeah, it makes me think of I don't know if you guys watched the Dallas versus the Clippers series in the bubble, but Porzingis getting a technical foul to me was probably one of the softest calls I've ever seen in the bubble. He didn't even go near the ref, and the ref teased him out of the game for nothing. I think he just said something to him.
Yeah, and as much of a LeBron fan I am, I will admit it got sketchy to me when Cleveland was playing the Warriors. I think it was Game 5. Steph Curry got fouled out of the game, like which never happens. Like by the way, like you've never seen it happen before. And then I think that was the game that Draymond got suspended too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
it was the reason. Yeah.
I
don't know, man. Brian comments. He says, they're talking about the small market still. He said, Detroit is about the 15th biggest media market in the U.S. The very definition of a mid-market team, basically. Yeah, 1,000%.
Right.
Oh, he's responding to Stevo because Stevo said Detroit really isn't a small market, but they get no coverage outside of Detroit, like the Lakers have fans across. I mean, that's the definition of a small market team. We don't get the national coverage.
We have a bit more championships than your regular small market team, but we're still a small market team.
I mean, we're getting coverage now because we have Jello, and it's like not the kind of coverage I want because it's just annoying coverage. Like,
right.
It is too because like,
where's Jello?
Yeah,
there's something here too.
Media just sticks to whatever they know on social media. They're like, oh, Jello, social media star. Oh, Pistons might be good this year.
Yeah,
he's a social media star. Like, we got good actual players too. Like,
yeah. Well, I think with that too, it pissed me off is like, and maybe the rest of the world doesn't care because, like I said, there's not that many Pistons fans worldwide. But like, it's a really interesting team to me. Like I've said it time and time again. Like there's like 12 new faces, a whole new roster basically. Other than like one of the two main pieces that are staying are people who've won before. One's a former MVP and Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin. It's like it's really interesting to me.
Yeah, this narrative over the next year is going to be kind of annoying for like true Pistons fans because it's a lose-lose. Like if they do good, the media is going to be like, oh, we told you so. Troy Weaver did such a good job in the draft and stuff, even though we have to listen to all this like negative feedback towards it and stuff too. But and if we lose, Troy Weaver did a terrible job in the draft. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like a lose-lose situation. Like the media is just like I hate being on media and saying the media is just the worst, but sometimes I just hate these narratives that they just create out of nowhere just because of a game. Like sometimes you'll watch a game and you'll like it was so much different than what the media is going to talk about, but then they take that one little thing and that's what the whole narrative is based on, and that just kills me sometimes, you know.
Yeah, speaking of narratives and like social media trends carrying into like actual like rankings and whatnot. Did you guys see that Kyrie Irving was? Let me see who he was ranked over to. God damn it! I wish I pulled this up. I signed into ESPN Plus and it's like telling me to subscribe. I just signed into my ESPN account.
I can pull it up. Hold on.
You pull it up. See if you could share screen too. I can put it on. I don't know if it'll let you or not. Let me check too. If you guys see me look down, just me sharing the video too. Please, man, if you guys watching, feel free to share. If you guys want to, your boys hop in. You guys want to talk some basketball or debate it, whatever. We're here chilling, man. We have to speak easy, baby. There was somebody that he was like head and shoulders over in the ESPN rankings. I was just like, ew. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm still looking.
I'm good. I just had it pulled up too. Okay, here it goes. Here, I'll see if I can send it to
it's 25th. Here it is.
Yeah, the 25th best player over. Oh, this is where my dispute was, and I don't care about the number as much. He was ranked 11 places ahead of Russ, and I'm not a big Russ guy. Like Russell Westbrook better than Kyrie Irving, right? Like he's won an MVP. You know what I'm saying? He's been to the NBA Finals. He's been to the Western Conference Finals in the tougher conference where Kyrie's never really done anything without LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? And he made the fucking Celtics worse. Like, how is this guy 25th? How's he over Russ? I don't care about 25th. How's he over Russ?
This is all what we were just talking about with, I mean, Kyrie's hotter in social media right now. He just teamed up with KD over on the Nets. He's just more important to the basketball media gods right now. You know what I mean? Like, apparently that's just how it goes. You know, it's true skill only really will get you so far in these media rankings. You know, if you ask the coaches, they might tell you something different.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you guys, Anthony, who do you think's a better player? Russell Westbrook or Kyrie Irving? Who'd you rather have on your team?
If we're just talking skill-wise and not personality, like just on the court, I'll probably be more partial to Kyrie Irving because he can actually shoot three-pointers. Russell Westbrook is just a historical bad three-pointer. But if we're just talking about, the player on and off the court, I'm probably going to take Westbrook because Kyrie is just such a weird guy. Yeah, like the Zion at 19, I don't get that.
That was weird too.
No,
that was some fanboy shit for sure.
You haven't even played 50 games in the NBA and he's already 19th.
Yeah, what do you
mind-blowing.
Like, what do you finish the season with last year?
I don't even know. Like, Ja Morant's like 30 or something like that. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Right.
That is wild, man. Brian says, I know there are questions about how he comes back from injury, but that's nuts. With I don't know who he's speaking to in regards of.
Oh, he's talking about
Kyrie.
No, he's talking about Tyler Hero was ranked higher than Blake.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Pistons talked to the video.
I seen that earlier. I was like, what the hell? These people, like, they just think
Like
Tyler
Christian-
Hero is just so great. I'm gonna put a controversial take out right there right now. Luke Kennard is better than Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's real. That's real. And Luke Kennard's not on that list. Tyler Hero, he's good, but he just looked a lot better because this was his rookie year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I can see him being a future All-Star, but I don't think he's what do they got him ranked on there?
I'll pull it up, but who do you think is better between Russ and Kyrie?
I think that's a hard one. I would have to say, I think that's another, like, they're both right there. Like, if you get Russ on your team, like, you got an awesome point guard. If you get Kyrie on your team, you got an awesome point guard. But once again, it's a yin-yang situation. You got Russ, who's going to yam it over any other point guard. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you got Kyrie, who can shoot threes and assist, and his dribbles are always on a string. So it's really a give or take. I'd take either one, really. That they're right at that level to me. I would take either one.
Because I get this is where and I'll make the counter argument for Kyrie Irving. Like, he has a championship ring. Kyrie Irving has won an NBA championship, but the NBA championship was with LeBron James. With me, Kyrie, I started to position Russ a little bit ahead of him. Is like, what's Kyrie done as like a sole like player on his own? You know what I'm saying? Like, before LeBron, I know he's fairly young, but he never went 500. And again, the Eastern Conference is the weaker conference of the two. I think we'd agree. Boston lost him in a playoff run with. Was Tatum a rookie that year, or was it his second year? When they went Game 7 with LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals.
He might have been a rookie. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he was a rookie actually, for sure. But that so we're like, okay, like, this team's getting Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kyrie Irving's a good player. All the things that Rogey just said, like, they're scary. They're gonna be dangerous, right? They're worse.
He's Uncle Drew.
They got worse.
He's Uncle Drew. He's a mystical mythical creature. He's Uncle Drew.
My point though with positioning Russ over him is, like, you put Kyrie Irving on that team and they got worse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I totally get what you're saying.
Sorry, I was reading the comment.
I truly don't know who I would pick, though.
Brian Show says Ja will have a significantly better career than Zion. Williamson's window is smaller. His body will lose elite athleticism more quickly, as big as he is. Very much like Blake. I think he's bigger than Blake. Yeah, I think he might have a shorter window than Blake, even, because Blake's still doing it.
I've seen a lot of people compare Zion to Blake, actually.
Yeah, I have too. That was my initial comparison. Right when I seen Zion coming out of college, I was like, kind of reminds me like Blake Griffin, just because of his hyper athleticism, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's with him. It was hard for me to find a comparison. I'm not old enough to have like watched Charles Barkley, but I assume when I do watch a little bit of the highlights, I assume like that was it. But like, he's just so. Pause for anybody who thinks or is uncomfortable with their sexuality, but like, that boy thick, you know what I'm saying? He's the thickest basketball player I've ever seen, and the fact that he moves like as like, springy and shit like that, like, he looks like a fucking brick with arms and legs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, he does move funny. I laugh when I watch him sometimes because he's just like you said, just a brick with legs walking down the court, running down the court, hobbling down the court.
He's just so damn.
And then he'll like jump through the ceiling. He'll like be like hobbling like Frankenstein, and then just out of nowhere just jump through the ceiling. I'm like, what the hell?
That's a good comparison.
Stevo compares Zion to Larry Johnson. I feel like that's a good one too. If you look at body type,
it's a throwback.
Was Larry Johnson as athletic as Zion though?
Yeah, he was a freak.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Look up
I was gonna say
that.
I will. Actually, yeah. Will we get kicked off YouTube for playing NBA highlights like 80s? Do you think or 90s?
Put it on mute. You'll be good.
Put it on mute. Let's see. I'm only reason I'm scared to do it is like it'd be our second strike.
Oh, All right.
Because at one time we were waiting for our UFC guest and we were playing like a Conor McGregor fight, and then YouTube was like, "Oh, get your ass out of here."
Yeah.
Damn, man. After this, I'm definitely gonna watch some Larry Johnson highlights though. If he was as athletic as Zion, then that's a great comparison. Grandma Ma. I don't know why Brian's saying this. Did he mean to say that? Or was that like someone's nickname or something? I don't know, but another thing in those rankings though, they had because the list like yesterday did I think 100 through 50, Anthony.
Yeah,
and then today they did 50 through 11th. So who was at the top of the list today was Jason Tatum, if I'm not mistaken. We spoke on it before on Above the Rim with J Mo. He was saying that Kyrie's better than Jason Tatum, but we just had these writers write in Tatum over Kyrie. What's your take on that one? Do you think they fucked that one up?
No. I think Jason Tatum's an excellent young player, and I think he'll be far better than Kyrie. I mean, not far better. Kyrie's going to be a great player no matter what, but I think Tatum's going to be that leader of his team undeniably for a lot more years here, whereas, Kyrie's kind of floated around. So I guess with this year on the Nets, we'll see what really happens, but I really think Jason Tatum has a really good chance to be like a superstar player.
Who would you rather have Pistons talk? Because we've seen him get it wrong on this list, right? With Christian Wood and other people over Blake.
I would probably take Tatum over Kyrie because there's kind of an injury history right now with Kyrie Irving. Seems like every year it's something, whether it's his knee, his shoulder. Not to mention Tatum's a much younger player, and I don't even think he scratched the surface yet. I mean, that playoff series he had against the Raptors, like when I was watching him compete, I was just like, man, he just reminds me of Kobe. Just the way he just attacks the game, attacks the pick and rolls, comes off screens. Like you can tell he watched Kobe when he was a little kid. Just the way he just plays the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love seeing that in a lot of these young guys' games that we can see like where they like got their game from. Like it's just so fun. And the fact that like some of them too are mixing it. Like, all right, I may be a Piston slapper. You could say this if you guys want. I was watching some more Killian highlights last night. I saw some James Harden though. A little bit there. I don't know if you guys see him ever pull that side dribble where it almost looks like a travel. And he's left-handed too.
Right.
I saw him pop that. I was like, bro, how's this comparison not been made? Are people just scared to say it? Or like what? Like that was crazy.
That was my first comparison. I swear on James Harden that my first comparison for Killian Hayes was James Harden. And I think I must be on all these fan-sided pages or something because that was what I seen too. A lot of people were talking about Killian's the next James Harden, blah, 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 blah. But I truly agree with that. I think he's a better passing James Harden. You watch even just in that look, you go watch his EuroLeague stuff. He's an excellent passer. He kind of reminds me of LaMelo Ball in the fact that he's gonna make that wherever there's that open pass to make, he's gonna make it. Like whether it's around a guy behind your back or like he gets so many opportunities for assists, and I think that is going to define his stardom is the fact that like a lot of people, you start from one thing and then you build your other skills around that. I think his passing is just so high. That's just is what sets the standard for him.
Yeah. What was your pro comparison for Killian?
Probably kind of boring, but a combination between Goran Dragic and Manu Ginobili.
Oh man, when Troy Weaver said Goran Dragic, I was like, oh no.
I see what he's talking about.
He's not bad though, yeah.
No, like the step back, you're like, oh, he's a D-Lo, he's D'Angelo Russell, he's James Harden. But I mean, you watch him play, the way he just attacks the game, he's very patient. Like he's not going to do anything fast. Like he's not going to be reckless out there. He's really patient out of the pick and roll. He's going to make the right passes, and if the shot is not there, he'll pass the ball. Now, if that was James Harden, he'd shoot it. That's my argument. He's not a James Harden. I think like the little step backs, on YouTube that everyone's probably seen like 1,000 times of him dropping people. I think we get excited and we see James Harden, but I think he's a really patient rookie. And I know we were gonna, talk about Rookie of the Year, and I think he's gonna be in the conversation.
Yeah, I was to say, we can start that one off too. Yeah, who did you have? I told you. I didn't tell Rogey, but who'd you have as your Rookie of the Year coming into this?
I had Obi Toppin personally.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I think he's going to play day one with the Knicks, and I think the Knicks are going to be really bad, and they're just going to force feed him.
Okay. What about you, Rogey? What were you going to say?
I actually had, I'm a Pistons lucky too, so I had Killian Hayes, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with my second choice here. I had James Wiseman. I think he has an excellent opportunity there in Golden State, and I think given it's another guy who's his other skills are going to define. He's going to be an excellent rebounder. He has an opportunity to start on the defensive side first, become a great player on then, and then if his offensive side catches on to his defensive side, I think he has a chance to be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. And we were talking about Killian Hayes a second ago, and before that, we were talking about how Jason Tatum kind of looks like Kobe Bryant, and he must have watched a lot of Kobe when he was younger. Killian Hayes, the guy he said he watched a lot when he was younger was the great French point guard Tony Parker. So he liked to emulate his game off Tony Parker a lot, and so expect to see a lot of like pure, really clean basketball skills. Just pure basketball skills, not over the top. He is flashy just because he's so talented, but at the same time, like Pistons Talk said, he's not going to make a lot of mistakes. He's not going to do a lot of this. He wants to play a really solid fundamental game of basketball like a Tony Parker.
Yeah, that's why I really like him too. Is like he's not intentionally flashy. He's just that good. You know what I'm saying? He's fundamentally flashy. He just makes the right move, and because it was like the right decision. It just looked, you know what I'm saying? Right. He fucked the defender up. He fucks the defender up.
Exactly.
But that's why I made the James Harden comparison. Is like James Harden's not really a super athletic guy. He's more of like a skill set guy. I know there was a beef with him and Giannis, and he was like, well, Giannis doesn't have skill. You know what I'm saying? He's just super athletic. And I see that, he just makes the right moves. You were gonna say something a little earlier though, Anthony. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, like Killian said his favorite player is Dwayne Wade, which I was kind of surprised by because I don't see any D Wade in his game at all.
Yeah, not at all, actually. Well, you know what? He did have those 4 blocks the other day, and that D Wade.
That is kind of like D Wade, John Wall territory when you're talking about guards like blocking shots. Like you don't see point guards block a lot of shots. Like that's a really underrated stat at that position.
D Wade was an excellent passer too, lob passer especially.
Was he though? Until LeBron got there though.
Yeah, I guess so. But, we got a lot of players who are really good in the pick and roll, as in Mason Plumlee, Blake Griffin. I think we did that intentionally to get these guys. Like, I'm not going to say we're going to be Lob City like back, the Clippers or nothing like that. But I think we're going to have a lot of great assists and pick and roll lobs and stuff like that. I think that's what this team is kind of built for.
And I didn't want to listen to the Pistons show again, but like, I'm fucking so damn excited for this team. I feel like it's like a new era of like a going to work team almost. You know what I'm saying? Like all these like misfit pieces and like just new faces. I don't know. They had success in their avenues, right? But they just get together and it just fucking works. Like I'm hoping that's the situation here. But my rookie of the year, I want to say Killian. And I know I sound like a slappy, but like I tried looking at ball, and I was like, how did Killian not go before these guys? It fucking like blew my mind, like watching the tape, because like as much as like I like Melo, I don't think he shoots as consistently as Killian. He doesn't play defense. I get he's flashy and he makes some excellent passes and stuff like that, but like I don't know, blew my mind. I got Killian as my rookie of the year though.
I think Killian's going to come in with a lot less pressure than LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball, every mistake LaMelo Ball makes is going to be right under a microscope. Where if Killian does good at all, people are going to be like, why didn't this guy get picked even higher? But you know what I'm saying? So I think if Killian comes in and he makes his presence known, and I think he has a lot bigger chance to make his media presence known and for that rookie of the year spot, because people don't have those extreme high expectations on him. Like no matter LaMelo Ball might be in the position, like no matter what he does, it's not as high as people expected him to be. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I think that could be the thing for Killian too. Is like he was like a lower draft. That's kind of what
happened with John Morant. John Morant got put in that position because Zion was hurt, and people didn't really expect him to be as good as he was, and he came out and he really gave his team some juice. He was dunking on people. He was just, an all-around great player, and he ended up winning Rookie of the Year because of it. Because I didn't feel it, at least. I didn't feel that much pressure on John Morant last year. All the pressure felt like it was on Zion. It was like last year's draft was like Zion or bust. There's no one better than Zion, So it kind of, and it's funny because I swear, wasn't Anthony Edwards the first overall pick? I don't hear anything about this guy. All I hear is the Melo Ball.
Nothing, man. That's crazy.
Well, it's because Minnesota's got their own problems with Malik Beasley off the court. No one's paying attention to Anthony Edwards right now.
What's going on with Malik Beasley? What happened?
Scandal.
So this guy is married, and he decides to slide into Scottie Pippen's wife's Instagram saying, "I want to take you on a date." And they go on a date while he's married. And his wife finds out through Instagram. He gets divorced. Like, just look up Malik Beasley over the past year. He has been such a head scratcher. Like, ever since he got traded to Minnesota, dude, like, the guy just fell off a cliff. Like, he just got $60 million from Minnesota.
Bro, I feel so bad for these NBA players or like the older guys. What I mean, oh man,
the guy we gotta feel the worst for is Scottie Pippen Jr. His mom belongs to the streets.
Damn, man. Yeah, that fucking sucks. That's terrible, bro. Scottie was like second fiddle to like Michael Jordan his whole life. He gets older. He's rich. He's got 6 rings. He's finally getting some recognition as like a media member, and like because it's newer ushered in a new era, and then the new era fucks his wife. Like, god damn, bro, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
they would have never did it to Michael. No, and the worst part too is now you see Scottie Pippen coming out and I think he tweeted something about how like The Last Dance was all about glorifying Michael or something like that. And like with all this going on, like with Pistons talking about, that's not a good look right now. Like, you need to just kind of chill out. Your wife kind of hoeing. You need to.
He's like at home, stressing over the documentary, just feeling like disrespected, and then he finds out some fucking 8-year-old banging.
He's
like,
just raging. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Is like Scottie Pippen's just mad right now.
Here's the worst part, though. That's what I was to say. I feel bad about these older guys. Like when she divorces him, she's getting fucking half his shit. Like, gee, what the fuck, man? Like, it's fucked up, man.
And she has a son that's going to get drafted into the NBA. With his name.
Yeah, you should look into that Malik Beasley stuff, man. You'll roll. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, that was all last week. Like, man, this the memes on top of it were just hilarious. Wow. It's just like the new Kylie Jenner of the NBA.
Man, oh man. I've seen his wife before too, because I've seen her memes with like Future. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, Scottie, fuck. Shouts to Scottie Pippen, man. Feel bad for you.
Yeah, he was a great basketball player.
Yeah.
No one talks about that anymore.
Real quick, because I gotta get go. Well, it's not my baby though. That's funny. So I was gonna say I go get my baby, but then your baby started talking. MVP of the 2020 season. I'll start with you, Rogey.
Let me think. Jeez, that question just came off right out of nowhere. But
you're good. I thought. You know what? I'll let Anthony go. because Anthony was prepared for it. Who
got Luka Doncic? I got Luka.
Ooh, I like that.
That's an excellent answer.
That, and I could see it if Porzingis is healthy. If he's not, well, I don't know. Even without Porzingis, he fucking going crazy last year. But you see how long it lasted. You get hurt doing that, going that hard.
Right.
Damn. What about you, Rogey?
Here, I'll give you a hot take, and this is only if he comes back healthy. We'll go KD.
Ooh, okay. That's another hot. Okay, we got some hot takes in the MVP conversation here now. Detroit Drew, shout out to you for tuning in, man. He said, love the Luka love. For sure, love the Luka love. He's a white version of LeBron, but obviously not as athletic. He's like, and that's what. No disrespect to my half-white side, you know what I'm saying? But like that's how some white people are perceived. Like when you hear the attributes for like the white NBA players, it's always like smart, good motor. Like it's never like jumps above the rim. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Good 401k.
Yeah, great retirement plan. But shout out to Detroit Drew if you guys are watching. and you're not tapped in the DSA Above the Rim podcast, they do that. We're gonna start doing it on Wednesdays now too. But Wednesday tonight, they're going to be talking basketball, Detroit basketball. Detroit Juice says white men can't jump.
Facts.
Yeah, okay. So I feel less bad for saying that. At least it's out there. I ain't just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just like, oh, the gays. No, I'm just kidding. Man, I didn't prepare my MVP answer either, man. But oh man, those are some very hot takes. I may have to decide between the two names you guys dropped, but I'm gonna go with Luka. I'm gonna go with Luka. Just because he's younger. I don't know that we get the same KD coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I said if he's healthy, he's gonna have a lot to prove.
Yeah. It's so crazy too. Like I feel like a lot of media outlets. Same thing we were talking about earlier, right? The media outlets like just deriding certain players into like categories that don't belong. Like Kyrie Irving, 25th overall in the league. Get the fuck out. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying that, but KD. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about the Nets are going to be like the greatest thing ever. Like obviously we made the points about Kyrie earlier, but KD too has an Achilles injury. We've seen it affect DeMarcus Cousins' game and lead to other injuries. And one of the considered perceived goats, Kobe Bryant. That's the injury that put him out of the game. You know what I'm saying? And KD's playing like we were saying about Anthony Davis on a bigger body. So I don't know if we're gonna get the same KD.
I totally agree. I actually would pick Luka as my MVP, but Pistons Talk picked it first, so I had to find a hot take real quick.
Okay. Championship teams. Or you know what? Do you want to do your East and West Pistons Talk, or do you want to just jump into like your finals matchup?
Yeah, I got the East and West if you guys want to do that. So
did you want to do that, Rogey? I know you're not prepared.
Sure.
We could do it like another time.
No, that's fine. Let's do it.
Okay.
So for my East, 1 seed I got the Bucks, 2 seed I got the Celtics, 3 seed I got the Nets, 4 seed I got the Heat, 5 seed I got the Raptors, 6 seed I got the Sixers, 7 seed I got the Wizards, 8 seed I have the Hawks, 9 seed I have the Pacers, and 10th seed I have the Magic.
Okay.
For the East. For the West,
the Pistons Talk out of your name. I'm just kidding.
Western, I got Lakers 1, Clippers 2. I got the Mavericks 3, the Suns 4, Nuggets 5, Rockets 6, Warriors 7, Trailblazers 8, Pelicans 9, and the Grizzlies 10.
I can get with that. No Timberwolves?
Nah.
I
don't trust them.
Not seeing it? Yeah.
No, I mean, same old song and dance with them.
It really is too. I don't feel bad for Cat because obviously he's not like a piece. It was like, how did they not win with Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins like a serviceable piece too? Like Ricky Rubio dishing the ball out too. Like, well, come on now.
It doesn't help that Jimmy Butler slept with Cat's girlfriend.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah.
Pistons Talk just knows all the hot, crazy, controversial takes.
I know stuff that I shouldn't say.
Damn. So did that happen before? Okay, but did that happen before they were teammates? That happened while they were teammates? Like
while they were teammates in Minnesota, yeah.
God damn, what are you doing, Jimmy?
I mean, he tried doing it with D Wade's wife too, with Gabrielle Union. Commented on her pics, and D Wade's like, "You better check yourself, boy. Like, what are you doing?"
Damn. Well, if you're doing it publicly, it's kind of like, haha. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you're doing it on the fly, but like, he actually did it. He actually completed the mission. The moon landed over there, and damn, bro, I did not know that. You're fucking me up right now, Pistons Talk. My head's like thrown off. I didn't go back and do the research on mine. I kind of had my same list from like when we originally brought it up like last minute. We were kind of put on the spot last time.
Yeah.
But I do have the Bucks at 1. Ooh, that is the thing I'm going to change. I'm going to put the I'm doing my Eastern Conference, guys. I apologize. I'm in the Bucks 1. I'm going to do the Celtics 2. I'm going to do the Raptors 3. Oh, I didn't write this down. I wrote down last year's. What a retard. Sorry for using that word if you guys don't like it, but it's my motherfucking show. Bucks, Celtics, 3 seed, man. Let me go with. Where'd you have Philly, Anthony?
6th.
6th? Damn. You don't think they get any better?
You'll see.
Okay. I got Bucks, Celtics, I'm gonna throw Nets. Nets 3. Kind of silly for me not to put them. Heat 4. Let's go Philly 5. What new look Eastern teams am I missing? Oh, Pacers. Right, I'm at 6. Was I at 6? I apologize, guys.
Yeah, that was 6.
Okay. 7 Magic. Oh my God, no, I'm sorry. Fuck, the Wizards are there too. 7 Wizards, 8 Magic, 9. I don't want to show my bias here. Fucking A. Western, Eastern. Who was your 9 and 10 real quick? I think I'm just missing a team in my head.
My 9 and 10 were the Magic and the Pacers.
Okay, I think I already said the Pacers too, didn't I?
Yeah, you didn't add the Raptors yet, so there's that.
Okay, bam, Raptors, but they probably should be higher. But they did lose a lot. I think losing Serge Ibaka is going to hurt them. Pistons are 10. Sorry it took so long, guys. My Western Conference, though. I got the Lakers 1, Clippers 2, Mavs 3. I went back and forth with this one. This I actually made. The Rockets or the Suns 4. I'm going to go ahead and say the Rockets if James Harden's playing. If not, the Suns. And that 5th spot would be the Suns. Again, that's all dependent on trades and whatnot. 6, actually, the Pelicans, man. I think I like the Zion and Zoe connection. Having having played together, and now they're going into the season together. The Blazers 7. I can't tell you. Like, I obviously know they're kind of the same roster, right? Like they didn't make any dramatic moves, did they?
Who?
Like the Blazers. They didn't really bring anyone in, no?
Man, I feel like they had the best offseason, honestly. Like, they got Robert Covington, who's going to, fix their defensive issues. They got Harry Giles on the low. I mean, they literally had such – to me, I think they had the best offseason. I might be biased there, but that's just me.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, are you a Blazers fan? Is that why you're biased or no?
No, I'm not even a Blazers fan. I mean, I feel like they fixed a lot of the issues that they had. Plus, they're going to have a healthy Nurkic all year. So –
yeah, man. Now that I know they added Robert Covington, I'm for sure leaving him there at my 7th spot because I think he's a key piece. In fact, he plays defense and he can shoot the 3 ball. I like him a lot. And then I think there being no fans, we saw the fucking ballers come out in terms of like the Miami Heat make it to the finals, and then like Damian Lillard was fucking putting on people too up until his injury. So I definitely have faith in the Blazers making it higher than they were, like not just making it in this year, like being a solid seed number 7. 8, I have the Warriors. They're missing Klay Thompson. That's why I have them so low for people who might be tripping on that. And then 9, I put the Timberwolves. But I don't know who I put 10. I didn't put a 10. I'm not going to.
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies, there you go. Grizzlies are my number 10. You ready, Rogey?
Just about. Yeah, I can do my Eastern Conference ones right now.
I bet.
Okay, and I'm pretty much done with my Western ones. I got like 4 more left, so we'll just figure it out. But so I did these just now, so just give me a little credit, So I got on the Eastern, I got Bucks. Actually, no, I got Nets, Bucks, Celtics, Raptors, Heat, Washington, Pacers. I got the Pistons right there after them. I got them pretty a lot. I think I got them at the 8th. Yeah, I got Pistons at the 8th spot, so we're the last team to make the playoffs. After them, I got the Hornets, Magic, Cavs, Knicks, and Bulls. So
I'm not mad at it.
No, I mean, but so far with the Western Conference, I got the Mavericks as the best team, and this isn't really playoffs for me. This is like regular season wins, yeah. And then I got Lakers 2nd, Clippers, Portland. I actually have 4th. Then after that, I have the Memphis Grizzlies. I think they're going to take a big step this next year. I got the Jazz after them. I have Golden State right under them. Then I have Nuggets. And here's where I'm at right now. I think I'm going to put the Timberwolves right there after the Nuggets. These 2 teams are similar. Actually, these 3 teams are kind of similar to me. The New Orleans Pelicans, the Timberwolves, and the Kings. They're all And the Suns kind of. They're all actually, you know what? The Suns are going there. I think they're better than all those teams. So yeah, it goes the Timberwolves, the Suns. We're gonna go Pelicans, Kings, and did I forget any teams? Oh, I think I forgot the freaking Rockets. Yeah, I don't even know where.
Yeah, you could. Look, I just did the same thing you did. I kind of like freestyled it because I wasn't as prepared that I should have been.
Right.
Being that I'm the host of the show, right? But
I would put the Rockets over the Timberwolves, though, right below the Nuggets.
Okay. And no one judged my man A. Rogey too harshly on that one. He's off the top of his dome. I'm appreciative of that. Did you? And I didn't ask you to do this, but did you do a finals matchup? Pistons talk.
I did. I'm gonna have the Lakers and the Nets.
Okay. So you think KD coming back healthy?
Yeah, I think he's good to go. I think, he's just going to play through the motions. And when you have KD out there in the playoff series, we already know how dominant he is.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I will say this about KD: if the Achilles isn't like if it affects him athletically, he at least can become Dirk Nowitzki because that motherfucker can shoot and he's long. You know what I'm saying? Like Dirk wasn't extremely athletic, and as long as he knocked down turnarounds and fadeaways.
Yeah,
he can still be a rich man's Dirk.
Yeah, rich man's Dirk.
I think he's a way better shooter than Dirk.
Yeah, no, for sure he is. I don't know why I just said like that. I would have. Yeah. Who's your finals matchup? A. Rogey.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move towards the future of the NBA here. You kind of hear LeBron talk about the NBA safe in these young guys' hands, but I'm gonna go Mavs and Celtics. Jason Tatum versus Luka Doncic.
Mavs and Celtics. High on Mavs. I can see. I'm wow. What key pieces of the Mavs had this year? Does anybody know off the top of it?
Josh Richardson, I want to say.
That's what disappointed me. It's like I expected to hear their name in like a big. Remember how we talked about urgency, like when you have like a LeBron or like why that's the situation with Luka right now. What the hell is Dallas doing? Get that guy.
They got better defensively. I will say that they got Luka help on the perimeter. I think that was one thing that they needed to get better at. They did. So I mean, they still have Luka. Who knows with KP? I don't know about Dwight Powell with that Achilles injury as well, but I could see them being a top 3-4 seed.
Oh, for sure, top 3-4 seed. But I mean, in terms of like winning the championship,
if they can get to it's going to be hard. But I think if they can get to the playoffs, they can make a good run because they're a hard team to match up with, And I think if they can build a couple more pieces throughout the year and stuff, and secure Luka and secure KP for the playoffs, I think they could be a really dangerous team in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just wish, like as a fan of Luka, I just wish they went out and got like somebody athletically at the 5, just because you're in the Western Conference and AD's like there, and that's the defending champions.
I want to say Willie Cauley-Stein is still there.
I think he is there. So I think he is there too. They lost Seth Curry too, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they lost Seth.
Yeah.
Who did they draft? Do you guys know who they drafted?
They got a steal at the very end of the round. I think it's like a point guard. I'm not sure his name though.
Tyrell Terry from Stanford.
There you go.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a good pick.
He's a Mavs guy.
He's like Seth Curry's replacement, basically.
Yeah. My finals matchup, I'm gonna go. I'm going Clippers out of the West for sure.
Okay.
Out of the East, give me. If it's like a bubble scenario where like we're seeing like the fucking ballers ball, you know what I'm saying? Like the dogs come out of the guys. Give me Celtics. Give me Celtics. I'm not gonna give 2 teams. I'm not gonna be a hoe. I didn't let you guys give 2 teams. Give me the Clippers. Give me the Celtics. I won't pound my fist and call it now because it's kind of off the dome there, but I will pound my fist on the Clippers. I think them adding Luke Kennard on top of already having Kawhi Leonard and Paul George is huge. Huge.
I agree.
And some consistent shooting there. Yeah. But
we didn't want Luke Kennard for nothing.
That's a burnt Pistons fan, guys. If you guys aren't tuned in, here for like just regular NBA stuff. But I appreciate you guys coming on. We're going on an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Awesome. It was great talk,
guys,
boys.
Yeah, for sure, man. If you guys want some more Pistons talk, that's his name on YouTube. He commented recently in the YouTube section, so make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Once I put this out, I'll edit your channel into the bio. If you guys want some more Rogey, he here on the Speak Easy, baby. Rogey has a Pistons video out. If you guys are Pistons fans, just popped off. I think that bitch is doing numbers, honestly, bro. I think
it's close to 300 already.
Yeah, man. So
Rogey, no, it's already past 400. Yeah, it's like 500 something. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So Rogey's here at Speak Easy. If you guys don't know, if you didn't watch the last Pistons show, that is my cousin, and we about to get it popping now. You know what I'm saying? We building a team.
Yeah. You thinking we kind of look alike a little bit?
Yeah,
a little light skin.
I could see it.
But if you guys want some more Pistons talk and more basketball talk from Pistons talk, he's also live tonight from his channel at 7:30, I think it is, with the DSA Above the Rim podcast. So make sure you guys do that and subscribe so you don't miss out, man, because that's a weekly thing.
I'll be checking it out.
For sure. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna wrap this one up. If you guys haven't hit the like and subscribe button, and my OnlyFans too is in there. I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys.